That's part of being on Twitter. Bybit hasn't been letting me short Luna. That's pretty savage. What stablecoin would you trust here? So it's actually a really interesting point, a really interesting question. And I kind of covered it off on a stream I did yesterday, which is basically talking about counterparty risk. And I personally bought into some of the Tether FUD a while ago, and I was keeping most of my stables in Tether. And what I did as a result of that was started splitting my collateral in terms of always USD on FTX, USDT, and USDC as well. So that, let's say USDC lost its peg, then my portfolio wasn't totally fucked from a stable coin depegging perspective. So you kind of have to think about your risk and the risk of your portfolio, how balanced it is, as a Cryptopia survivor, but someone who lost a reasonable amount of money in that saga. It's always been on my mind that, quite frankly, this is a fucking risky market, right? It's still a huge experiment to some degree. And look, Luna is a wonderful, very present example of that. And that's another shot just there. Will Jim be joining us? No, sadly not, but I might join him. He's welcome to join. He's very welcome to join. I think he's busy right now, but honestly, where do you think Luna bottom is?
Microsecond.
Does that kind of answer? Rush. 0. I genuinely, I don't know where the bottom is. I think trying to time a bottom on something like Luna is just, it's just suicide, right? Let's look at what you are trying to time a bottom on. Let's just delete these levels because they mean absolutely nothing. This is a 1 minute chart. You're trying to time the bottom on this. And given Do Kwon's recent tweet of basically what we're going to do is wait for someone in the community to come up with a good idea, or we're going to just try and raise billions of dollars to prop it up. Should it be above 0? I'm genuinely questioning how I'm going to get out of my shorts at this point. Liquidated long with Luna. Yes. To me, trying to catch the bottom on this, the risk reward isn't there for me personally, unless you are playing around with a very, very small balance. Someone will do it, and I'm sure it will have a 500% bounce at some point, but given we've got candles that, are 5, 10% candles on the 1 minute chart, you're gonna struggle, I think. KSI bought 2 million for Luna at $20, and he's down 90%. Oh God. Less than 12 hours. This is the brutality of it, right? And I don't want to just make this stream about risk management. I just don't, right? Because it's too little too late. But when you enter a trade or when you enter a position or an investment, my question is always, how much do I want to lose? What am I willing to bet on this? And, KSI is not exactly a poor man, is he? Let's be honest. So I'm sure he's going to be just fine. But this market, it's just a reminder that this market can do whatever the fuck it wants, right? We are down 90.91% on Luna in 24 hours. It was bearish, so probably in stables. Yeah, hope not UST. Never had Lunar UST, but I have a few buy orders lower for shits and giggles. Yeah, in my head though, those have to be real binary bets. They are typically going to go to 0, maybe they bounce a little bit in between. or they recover, right? And so your risk is 100% of what you're putting in my view. But yeah, that's my personal risk appetite, or lack thereof. He says, sat in a shorts from 360 or something, so I literally shorted up here. Just full 1 minute lunar chart degeneracy for the day. And I think that will be me done for the rest of the week. If not, a bit longer. We'll see how this Ponzi goes. So how's everyone feeling? Bullish? Bearish? In between? Crypto dead? Crypto over? Are we all out? That's it? Bitcoin does nothing anymore? Bullish? Feels bad closing shorts? Now I don't know what to do. Making a curry? Fair play. Same with ups and downs. Yeah. Good luck on the job hunt. McDonald's applications are seeing an all-time high influx. Bearish, but I think we get some chop before continuation lower. Yeah, that's probably my view. Dead cat. Anyone in Lunar Perp short? Yes, I'm in a Lunar Perp short. Plan to close is when I've made an arbitrary amount of money from it. Or it hits zero, whichever comes first. Yeah, CPI data is an interesting one. I personally want to be out of position for it, just because it's not my strength playing into such a big volatility-inducing event on a low time frame. Why has everything gone quiet? Let me put some chilled music on. There we go. That's a better vibe, isn't it? Much better. There we go. The pain of Luna, just being soothed away by the piano. If you buy Luna at 10 cents and sell at $1, it's a 10x, and then they say it's old season. Could you play some funeral music in the background? Wow. No. GCR uses whole capital to do this. Maybe it's going to be really interesting when it comes out, like, who did this. Because I think the notional value of the capital required was about $1 billion, wasn't it? That you would need to pull this off, which, you know, isn't a small sum of money. I doubt anyone was raiding their sofas coming up with this to pull off one of the greatest heists in crypto. Yeah, no, that's a good question, Stop Taken. I honestly don't know. So it reminds me of the kind of when we had to sell off on Matic back in, I think it was 2018. It was basically the only something peep. All my shitty doodles. I mean, it's hilarious looking back, right? It was this. I was 19. Wow, my memory of time is just absolutely horrific. You know, there was just nothing there. The books were completely empty. Absolutely dead. I mean, I literally shorted and got that, and I was like, yay, great trade. I think it was CBS actually who had to basically contact FTX and say, can you provide some liquidity so I can close my shorts, please, because the books were completely empty. But yeah, I mean, that's, you know, I think Luna's going to even make this look good. Yeah, actually is. Good lord. Good lord. Yeah, it's brutal. Never seen a large cap go minus 93% a day. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. It's very, well, to me, it's very interesting in terms of like, this has been a great opportunity to trade if you know what you're doing. It's also a terrible opportunity to trade if you cannot handle your emotions and cut losers quickly, because you'll get absolutely fucked. Like, absolutely fucked. It is probably the easiest way that someone newer can lose money. Because everyone gets excited, right? People keep trying to catch the bottom. Like, I had a couple of questions today of like, well, we've had it in the chat already, you know, when is the bottom? Don't know, as I don't know with any coin. But are you going to take like a normal system of like a 15-minute RSI div or a 30-minute AO or something like that and say, oh, actually, you know, this is bullish on something that has just been basically selling off for 24 hours? No, you're not. This is kind of where discretion and common sense take over any form of TA or any form of, well, charting, really. How will the shorts even come on, Luna? These are all great questions. Don't know. Please tell me alt season is soon. I mean, I think we've had a great alt season already, and it has been alt season if you're playing the short side, you know. Good morning, Ruck. Well, I'm going to share Ruck's conspiracy theory because I thought it was a great one. Where would you buy, Luna? 1 cent? Yeah, genuinely, like my binary bet is 1 cent or something like that, because if it literally wicks that low and you get filled with I don't know, $100,000, you know, something that isn't very meaningful to you, then your risk is that, and your potential upside is, you know, infinite. Where's my mod? I'm going to do some quantitative easing in the chat. You can have it, sir, if I can work out how to do it. Block report mod. There you go, sir. Look at that. There you go. So yeah, Ruck had a very good theory of, you know, why would you add UST perp to your exchange? Any answers in the chat? It's not over till Chimp bull posts. I mean, he bull posts every day, right? Oh, till he bear posts. Yeah, no fair. Tabasco wanted some sauce. Yeah. It's a nice little conspiracy theory. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting when the entity actually does get fully revealed. Obviously, there's speculation going around. Good morning, Martin. It is crazy times. It is really crazy. But yeah, inverse alt season has been here for a while. And I think people calling for, you know, a full risk on alt season are probably not too aware of the macro picture. And yeah, I've spoken about it before that personally I don't see what the big catalyst to go risk on is going to be in traditional, let alone in crypto, which is obviously high beta TradFi. So I think we're probably going to see a lot more pain. I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know when we're going to bottom. People think they can put money in hoping it repegs. Yeah, it's pretty much it's kind of the binary play. How low are we at the moment? God, it touched 0.2. Good lord. But did you know Luna going to zero without crashing the whole Bitcoin our market to zero is bullish. Yeah, possibly. Apologies, I've not set up this new PC 100%, so you'll hear random things like Steam messages. Would you buy Bitcoin spot at these levels? No, not for me. I mean, I'll actually stop banging on about the dreaded coin in a minute. I just think it's not Jim Askin, actually, it's someone else. But I mean, I can't really stream without talking about it, right? It is literally, you know, plastered over everybody's feed. It is a kind of crypto black swan, isn't it? You know, look, a little bit of pushback. What really impresses me is that there's been quite a few people calling this for a while. Now, it's interesting to say, you know, it's a Ponzi and all this kind of stuff. And this is why the whole bull v bear battle is always so interesting, you know, playing the long side, or I've done it from the lows, but that's, you know, just to illustrate a point, is always far more rewarding than playing the short side if, you know, you're not making OTC bets to top up your bags. Your size is not size and all that kind of wonderful stuff. But yeah, this has been brutal, and massive credits to a few people who have called it, and have called it, you know, a Ponzi. Yeah, 0.2 is insane. It is absolutely insane. Luna did have monthly bear div. Yeah, it did. But I just suddenly had a bit of a clunky. Well, weekly at least on AO. But then I'm not sure that that's, you know, enough. Yeah, TRX is going to do it, Luna. Do you know what? I was looking at TRX yesterday, and I was trying to get in a position on it, but I couldn't. I didn't have anything really to short apart from a bit of a meme, so I never took it. But I think if you ignore Luna, TRX is getting pretty fucked today. Yeah. There's TRX. Yeah, it looks fucked now. It's just, you know, you can try and position into something like that when it's down, what? 12%. Or you can just admit that you've missed the move and take the next trade, you know. A lot of people struggle with that notion. You know, I was basically looking at this for the whole fucking day yesterday, and never got into it. I can either chase that failure, or I can just accept I missed a trade and on to the next one. You know, I don't have to take everything just because, oh look, it's down, I was right, my theory was right, I just didn't have any decent signals to take my trade. So what I'll do is I'll revenge short at the bottom, because I was right, my theory was right, but my execution didn't happen. And from a systematic perspective, it was the right thing to do for me. From a result perspective, as we've seen, yeah, it wasn't the right thing to do. How do you see that in TradingView? What I'll do is I'll post this again, like I did after last week, and you can have a look, you can have a peek. And I've done a YouTube video as well around spaghetti and just how to build this chart. It's very handy, but I won't keep going into that. You seen Justin's tweet? He's going to deploy 2 billion to defend TRX shorters. No, I have not. But it is kind of wonderful. You know, these billionaires just fucking around with huge funds. It's just beyond. $1 Luna before UST $1. Yeah, a lot of people have memed that, but it does genuinely look like that's going to be the case. Like, it's over now. Sometimes the music really does capture the mood, doesn't it? I mean, it's just beyond, isn't it? So are any of you actually still in position on Luna? Yo bro, honest question. Do you really think this shit will come back ever? What do you mean by this shit? Do you mean Luna, specifically? Or do you mean crypto? Luna come back. I mean, you've got an overly exuberant leader who went on Twitter, told various people they were poor, your size isn't size, has royally fucked hundreds and thousands of people who have put their money, rightly or wrongly, potentially their whole life savings, into this project that is now down 90%. I mean, how many projects like that and in those circumstances have bounced back? It's very few and far between. And I bet you can't name many of those. And the reason you can't name any of them is because once they're done, they're dead and they're forgotten about. 99.5%, yeah. I mean, I'm not giving out financial advice. This is my personal opinion. I think Luna will never recover from this, from a credibility perspective. Whether the price, finds a bottom at around $1 and then moons up to $6 and everyone celebrates the rebirth of Do Kwon, and he does something very clever to either raise funds to prop up the peg or to prop up Luna itself. Don't know, I just don't see how you can regain that kind of credibility. But equally, CT has got the collective memory of a goldfish, and yeah, I'll quite happily be wrong. If you're saying, would I invest a percentage of my portfolio in Luna right now, or at $1? Absolutely fucking no. No, I wouldn't. But that's me. I have a bunch of USD, I'll be out if it comes back to $1. Yeah. I mean, it's people like you I feel sorry for, me, like genuinely, because I assume you bought that to get your 20% yield, and you're quite happy with that, and yeah. Ponzi not Ponzi after a 600% bounce, am I right? Yeah, you kind of are. That's, the heart collective view. It's stable, innit? Yeah, and that's the sad thing, is that, people, you have to think of, like, if you take a step back from crypto, and you think that one of the goals of crypto, which I'm bullish on the long term, right, so please don't take this as I'm some sort of perma bear or whatever, the goal is that it's accessible by everyone, and we want adoption, we want mainstream adoption, we want people to be using this to transact, to create businesses on, to create smart contracts, to exchange assets, to borrow against, to use as collateral, all this kind of stuff. And then we've got shit like this that goes on, and it's just, yeah, if people can't find faith in stablecoins, how are you going to get pension funds to invest in Bitcoin and things like that? I mean, I think there is one that does it, but yeah. Am I from Bristol? That's very, very precise. No, I'm not. No. Bottom indicator? Possibly. Bearish at the bottom, bullish at the top. Classic. What makes you say I'm from Bristol anyway, Mr. Mees? I am from England, as you can probably tell. To be fair, some stablecoins are better than other. It's because you sound too posh. Oh, thanks. Ah, I like you guys. Down south? Maybe. Any thoughts on Loot Ring? No. Sorry. Sol? Loot Ring can, the thing for... Oh, I did have some sort of thoughts on Loot Ring, evidently. This was when I was explaining the meme altcoin rotations with very thick lines, which I was drawing on stream, because I said the thicker you draw the line, the less chance price has to go through it. The classic meme. I just delete it 'cause it's horrible. I mean, a lot of alts look like that, right? So a lot of alts had some form of fairly murky level here. Sand was a very, very good one, where it continually kind of went to this area, tested it, and eventually just broke through it. Like, I can't find an argument to kind of probably even do something like that. Yeah, I can't find an argument to long into this. Let's have a peep. Got some pretty clunky divs. I'm not even sure if I've got LLC on my list. So what I like to see is strength, but I mean I haven't even got it on here, let me add it. So for those people that were asking, to build this you literally just select BTC, so that's what we are comparing everything else to, and you literally just go compare. So now we've got LLC on there somewhere, and start anchoring it a little bit to some lows. Yeah, LLC, I can't bloody see it. Oh, I've already got it on there, yeah, it's the middle of the pack. So to me it's just something that's not even on my radar. That was quite a long answer, but hopefully it gives you an idea of how I identify some coins that are in play. Hereford, stop guessing where I live, boys. Yeah, do you want my house address? Then you can just turn up and grab a beer. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you where I live, guys. Heard you play CSGO. Do you play Valorant? I've tried Valorant. I'm terrible at it because I get too frustrated by people killing me with their abilities over raw skill. Regardless of fundamentals from a purely trading perspective, would you look for a mean reversion play on Luna? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. Like, that kind of shit is probably, it's kind of a read the room would be my answer to that. You know, what are you mean reverting to? Like, if we chuck some KCBs on it, KCB's probably a terrible one. Let's bastardize this one. And just take that off and do a consolidated 200 EMA. You know, are we really gonna mean revert? Like a 2x? Yeah. Oh, we've got some bullish momentum on AO. Let's go. All in. No. Not for me, personally. You do what you want. Buying spot Luna for 1k is decent RR. 10 to 20x on a short squeeze. I mean, clearly, there's a lot of shorts, right? I could go to CoinAlyze and have a look at it if I could be asked, but I can't. I don't even need to look at that, to tell you that people are shorting the shit out of this market. What I can look at is FTX and just have a look at funding. Where we at? Predicted funding rate, -1%, lovely. Yeah, so are people massively short on it? Yes. Does that mean we'll get a massive short squeeze? Maybe. Can it go down another 50% before anything like that even happens? Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think Hasaka said something like, I'm going to absolutely butcher this, but when he was talking about things like GMT and, you know, there's another coin. What's the next X? What's the next axis? That was it, AXS. What's the next axis? And people just try to keep shorting that on like mean reversion plays. This is the same, but on an inverted chart, right? This is exactly the same. Like I've literally shorted this at 360 or something. Like I shorted something that was down 80% on the day, and I'm up. Like, why do you want to go against that strength? That's yeah. I kind of feel like I'm saying the same thing. Long it if you want to. Obviously, this isn't financial advice, but long Luna to collect funding. I mean, if you want, if you think that's, you know, if you can arb it out in some way, that is beyond my level. Yeah, Lunar FTX funding is just horrific. What indicator am I using for long-term plays, if any? I'm not really using an indicator as such. It's just a combination of, I guess, you know, I want to see strength. So if I go to, you know, look at that. You want to short that? I love it, Bazan. A little bit of Craig David. Can you explain how to read on Coinalyze? Not really, mate. Not really. I'd kind of just rather rant about Luna. But someone did ask what indicator am I using for longer term plays. So for me, it's, you know, it's all about BTC. I'll uninvert the chart and I'll take some of this jazz off just to make it a little bit cleaner. So just delete some of this stuff. So sorry, I was trading this morning and didn't do as much prep for the stream as I'd have hoped, but yeah, it's the BTC chart. I mean, it's the same kind of vibes that everyone is looking at, right? You know, you want to see a strong spot bid, you want to see it reclaim some levels, but you know, that just isn't there at the moment. So my view is slow bleed. We've had a pretty violent move. We probably chop around for a bit before we then do some form of, you know, we get a little bit of chop here, deviate up there, leg lower. I don't have a specific target in mind for BTC. I think the way that I've been playing it lately has been very in and out, cheap poker strategy. I'm not swinging long or short particularly. I invest in the odd altcoin. I've still got some altcoin bags that keep me sane, I think is probably the best way of putting it. So that should we get, you know, some form of redacted run that all the bulls are after in terms of this is a hedge against inflation or whatever the narrative might be, I've at least got some exposure to the upside. And yeah, I want to see this. I want to see strength. I want to see, you know, reclaim this range. But macro bullish, you know, like full risk on. I'm deploying all my stables. Yeah, it's going to take quite a bit. You think Bitcoin is going sub 30k? Yeah. I mean, it's been sub 30k, right? Or odds on Luna going negative. I'm trying to see pure chaos. I mean, we were having this discussion earlier actually, and you know, it would be interesting if it could go negative. I think it actually would, but oil went negative because sad music is sad. Oh, sorry. Do you want some more upbeat tunes? Oil went negative because of the cost of storage, didn't it? Again, not an oil trader. Although we might all become oil traders. Oil, or gas, or gold. Yeah, maybe that's where we hedge. Yeah, we're still taking shots when everyone mentions said coin or the man. Yeah, cheers, Ripple. Crypto can go negative. It's true. It just feels like it's going negative at times. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it, isn't it? You know, sentiment is. Let's see what happens, guys. Yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of like reading chat because I haven't fully prepared for this stream in terms of what to chat about, and most of, you know, my last 48 hours have been focused on Luna and UST, as I imagine everyone else's have. Maybe Luna capitulation is the bottom. What are the odds of that? I mean, anything's possible in this market, right? I just think that this is a bit of a sideline. Yeah, this is this week's drama. Next week we'll all be talking about something else. Hey, Bandana. So what alts are you guys looking to position on should we get a run up? Flow, ETH, KDA, SYN. Yeah, I really want to talk about the ETH BTC thing, but I just don't want to jinx it. But maybe we should anyway. Because, you know, for me, like, as a value proposition, I don't know, this is Bitcoin Charlie talking about Ethereum. Good God, what has happened? If you said you've got an investor net worth in one of these two, I'd probably chuck it in ETH over BTC, which is, yeah, a bit of an identity crisis from me. Ada? Banned. Gone. Sorry, Milton. Hatter. Although I did like the fact that Charles got involved. It's literally in my garbage going to zero pile. I think we can safely do this. Here we go. It's official. It's probably going to mark the bottom. Someone's going to clip that and be like, right, 160 is the generational bottom for Luna. 1592. We're safe, we're safe. At least Charles, slow rugs, man. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's not bad. I was waiting for the meme, $1. $1 retest to short. And I kind of got it, but I never took it. Yes, the old slow bleeds. Like, this just looks like it's dying, doesn't it? What do you think of Ape? I think Ape is garbage. And I think the market agrees with me. I mean, it's been down only since the land sale, and I completely get that market conditions haven't been particularly favourable for altcoins. But, you know, I spent this whole period of waking up and basically longing it every single day. So, for me, Ape's kind of done. I didn't want to trade this because A, it was the weekend, and B, these kind of news events, well, tend to whipsaw. That doesn't mean you won't get, you know, a little spike up. Ape will run harder than Shiba when we're in altcoin season, whenever it happens. I like your positivity. But Shiba, probably shouldn't talk about Shiba. As someone who owned like $500 million of it and sold it for a loss, that was fairly epic. Nice, I'm pretty sure Ape, excellent. I mean, Lux, the thing about things like Lux is, you know, I genuinely want to see strength to buy into some Lux, and that's partly because, you know, I think NFTs are going to do okay. At least sections of NFTs are going to do okay in the longer term. I'm not talking the next couple of weeks. I'm not talking the next couple of months necessarily. I'm talking kind of years. I genuinely think that communities and NFTs in particular are strong from an investment perspective. That doesn't mean they're immune to cycles, like we've discovered, you know, here. Any coin, any project, anything can drop dramatically because it's speculation. You know, the speculation premium over what the actual things are. Also believe in Doge, mostly because Musk is invested and I believe in Musk. I mean, I believe in Musk as well, but yeah, I don't own any Doge. Yeah, Lux is certainly on my radar. I want to see a little bit of strength. I think the next phase of rewards is started, which means that the rewards that are distributed are halved, I think, he says. Very unsure. So yeah, it's certainly one that's on my radar. I wonder if you guys can hear the rain, which might dox my location. It's England! Of course it is. It's fucking raining. I mean, KNC is a really good example, right? When we're talking about Luna and like how low things can go, like, who would have thought, you know, I saw people on Twitter going, right, you know, what am I doing? Okay, so yeah, here's a nice level, like that was deviation down there, that was deviation, I'm gonna long it here, I'm gonna recover, oh, that didn't work, down here, down here, alright, let's do something like that, you know, it's, sellers are in control. Even if it's something as like a high or low market structure that says, okay, well maybe I should start trading this market to the upside. And that's going to be better than what a lot of people have been saying. Again, you know, not the cleanest, but you got a nice little 4-hour momentum divergence. But would you trade that? Would you take that? Not me personally. Oh good, I didn't mark the generational bottom with me dunking on Luna. Luna might actually go to 0. Yes, animosity. It might. Which it's just phenomenal. I laugh, but I'm laughing just at the stupidity of it all, really. You and Jim Talbot are soft-spoken Brits. Why, Gav? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, by the way. Bybit just added USD, UST, USDT. Everyone wants their share of the carcass, it seems. Well, that's it. I mean, if you're an exchange, right, you generate fees from the volume. So, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You know, they've listed utter garbage before. It's a good thing you're classy and smart. Or sound classy and smart. Yes, we sound it. We might not be, but would be hilarious if Dokkan tweets sell the Luna and then fucks off. I mean, for people not invested in it, of course, it'll be entertaining, and that's like the luck of not being invested or exposed to it to the upside, right? Like, if you've read Luna's Reddit, it is fucking sad, I'm not gonna lie. It is a bit like, we are traders, and our job is to take money out of the market, and this is PvP, right? If you're long and I'm short, I want you to lose because I want my bank balance to go up. But what I don't want is people to lose their life savings that they can't afford to lose, and you know, end up in a state of depression. Because yeah, mental health, which is something I'm pretty hot on, you know, is huge. Yeah, it is a chill stream. Sorry guys, I haven't got too much alpha for this one. I haven't got any real plans. It's kind of just been, for me personally, it's been a very reactive couple of days just to what's been going on. And I've been like in and out of Luna. Again, like a cheap hooker, fully protected, sizing on and off very quickly, and cutting where I am wrong. Luna being related to stablecoins must be the worst part for people holding it. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'd probably say that it's the 92% drawdown that's the worst bit in 24 hours. But hey, get your 20% yield win. Ugh, that was catty. Sorry. But I think in the next few months, you know, we'll get some exceptional volatility, and that's great for traders, right? It's not so great for people who just want to bag hold investments. So if you're not a relatively experienced trader, then there are times when sitting out and preserving your capital, or practicing with a small amount, journaling everything, reviewing your trades, reviewing your systems, understanding the context of the market, yeah, that's going to pay dividends in the long run. You might not pay them now, you might not be able to retire tomorrow, but, you know, to everyone who said, should I long Luna here, or should I long Luna today, you know, really go back and examine that trade. Really go back. Unless you are an experienced scalper. I don't mind investing my life savings for a couple of years. I'm a broke 19-year-old student. Worst case scenario, I'm going to be a broke student in my early 20s. Risk is minimal. I mean, it's about what you can afford to lose, right? And it's about your risk appetite. And if you believe Bitcoin's going to be $1 million, which is completely your choice, and you think that's going to happen in the next 10 years, and you think that's going to outpace inflation, etc., then, you know, fair. It's your money. Do you think easy, lazy trading of crypto is now in the past? No, I don't. I think it's not in the present, but I think it will be in the future. And the reason that I think that is because, you know, we had absolutely monstrous gains. Things that do absolutely fuck all. And to me, the way I explain Bitcoin to people, to normies who typically don't want to listen, is it's an immutable Ponzi. And you're just going to constantly, you've probably all seen the Wall Street cheat sheet that, goes like that, and that's it, and then you basically go back to the start of the cycle. I've just drawn like a cowboy hat, but hopefully you get the point. When we're going up in this, it really doesn't matter what it is. When everyone's risk on, it genuinely doesn't matter. That is easy money. You can throw capital at anything and it will probably go up. Are we in that stage of the cycle now? Absolutely fucking not. Do I think that humans have this cyclical nature of essentially greed? Yes. Is blockchain an immutable Ponzi scheme? Yes. So those two things of human emotion and the fact that it is, decentralized and offers most normal people a form of gambling, then yeah, I think it will come back round at some point. How regulated it will be, how easy it is therefore to access at that point in time, I don't know. And obviously with everything that's going on with UST, it's going to feed into that potential regulation. But yeah, I do think we see it again at some point. I do think we see easy money in crypto. I just, look at it. I don't think it's there right at this moment. Why do you think ADA will go to zero? To be honest with you, mate, it's just a meme. I don't have any technical expertise. Oh look, any technical expertise of ADA. I just like the meme of it's going to zero. What do you think happens to Atom from Luna? I don't have a view in particular. I think last stream we went over a decent short on Atom, and I closed it basically instantly. So I closed it, down there. I'm a paper-handed bitch syndrome, but it was only half size. That alert's really loud and crazy. Yeah, do you know what it is? It's from when I was messing around with some EMA alerts and just pinging things to Discord, and I've never turned them off, despite the fact that I don't use them. But yeah, Atom's usually a bit of a bitch to trade, but that was one that worked out. Again, meme lines. You'd probably go somewhere around there, wouldn't you? Around $10. Look for strength. I do have a bag of Atom, personally. Which people tell me all the airdrops have covered off the drawdown, which they haven't. But yeah, I've been memeing for an hour, and we've done 15 shots in that time, so I'm starting to lose my legs. Any shitcoin surprising you? How well they held up? The only one, nothing's really holding up significantly. The only one that's on my radar, like I said earlier, was Lux. And it's not holding up particularly well compared to everything else. So I'd want to see some strength from it first. And even if I did get in it, it would probably be the same cheap poker strategy I've been employing, which is in-out, intraday. Don't speak acoustic. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. I was like, what do you mean? I'm not speaking acoustic. But, it's the song, isn't it? Don't tell me what you're thinking. Don't tell me because it hurts. No, I don't, Kadar. I don't see any significance in Bitcoin USD longs on Bitfinex. Sing it, no way. No, that's not really how I trade. Like, so I work alongside like Magus and Jim, who look at all of that kind of wonderful stuff to come to their conclusions. I'm a much more simple trader. I love their insights, and Jim is streaming in an hour, so just make sure you check him out. What if what Jim is saying is true, that alts are rotating into BTC? What do you think happens to BTC after? Don't know. Jim is a cat though. Yeah, he's a cat. He's a very clever cat. So yeah, I mean, that's just not how I trade. You know, I'm much more about rotating in and out of alts, and that's it for me at the moment. If it wasn't for Jim, I'd be liquidated a long time ago. That's good to hear, man. You should tell him that. Jim Talbot on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, like, genuinely, when you see people who are trying to say, you know, or trying to not save you, but offer you reasonable viewpoints that say don't 100x long bottoms or try to, you know, there's quite a few people on Twitter who will say the opposite. So yeah. 10% on your futures portfolio. Nice, man. Yeah, not such thing for the smoke sales. So I'll ask one question to chat. How is everyone positioned going into CPI later? And are you positioning into it? Are you going to trade during it? Are you going to, what are your thoughts? For UST? No cares. Flat. Shorting it for the thrill. I love it. That's brilliant. Like, the one thing that I will say about that is, at least you know you're doing it for the thrill. And yeah, it can be quite, you know, thrilling and exhilarating to be in positions where volatility is high. Probably trade after. Cannot trade after? Yeah. A lot of people say fade the move. So, you know, you get a move to the upside, right, fade that. You get a short, sharp spike down, fade that along. %short left from 42k. Look at short bounce or just chill. Oof, nice. Nice. That's a good entry, Peter. Love it. Holding stablecoins mostly UST to stay safe. Oh dear. We're really close to the real peg. Hey Washbo, I've probably butchered your name, as I will butcher most people's names. But that's how I'm choosing to pronounce it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to stay flat. I mean, I'm still on my Luna short. I don't really. Long in here, fuck it. Well, Luna went from 100 to 10, 90% down, and then from 10 to 1, 90% down. Anyone who says things can't do 90% down, then another 90% should never forget about this. It's a great lesson, not gonna lie. It kind of, I think when I end the stream, that's given me inspiration for a meme. So cheers, Salty Cookie. 1985. Yeah, so the only other one was Rune, which I was looking to short, but I'll be honest and to not LARP, I didn't get in a position. It's a bit of a shame, really. Bit of a shame. I'm still a mad Rune fan for my sins, and that is definitely the bag that I have become a community member of. Down shorting waves. ask yourself, where do I see Ape in 2026? I mean, that's quite a long investment horizon for crypto. But again, if that's your risk profile and your time profile, then fair play to you. In the zoo, yeah. Post-crypto era. I don't know, man. You know, I think it's all fun and games being bearish and saying, okay, yeah, we can go down and we can, you know, we can do whatever. But calling for the death of crypto is when you start going, actually, this might be the bottom, where everyone is saying they're leaving because Bitcoin doesn't offer the same value proposition that it did from the Satoshi white paper. You know, nothing's changed. Just the fundamental, the speculative view is changing, and obviously the price. And I always find that psychological phenomenon quite interesting. Made some good money shorting Rune. Yeah, fair play, mate. You've taken my shekels. See? Hasn't Twitter been a ghost town already? Not many people left. I don't know. I mean, I think today I was saying it that I was saying it earlier in the group that basically when I tweeted anything today, there'd be like 50 likes like instantly for any kind of Do Kwon or Luna meme. I honestly think that a lot of people are probably checking Twitter a little bit more because I'm going to check Tether Burp. Because they're probably a little bit worried about what's going on, you know, sat at work and doing whatever. Tether Perp. Oh. The great depegging. What's happening? Mm-hmm. Interesting. So we've got a nice acoustic if nothing else matters. Yeah. I mean, personally I'm not overly worried, but US regulation of stablecoins, possibly. We set out the whole day, CPI in 29 minutes. So I'm in a Luna short, and yeah, I'll definitely take some off. I'll definitely take some off at some point. But I won't be, I've done, very well from the short. There's no need for me to try and trade into CPI. That's fucking terrible random head one. Who's Do Kwon's favourite EastEnders character? Peggy Mitchell. Although that is inspiration for another Twitter meme, so love it. Do you think we do the same as Pump C? Pump today, doing tomorrow? I don't know. I just don't know. I hate giving out like random guesses like that. And the reason that I say that is if anyone walks away and does what I've guessed and has positioned into, a random guess based on fuck all other than a couple of experiences, then yeah. BitConnect. Time to gear up during CPI, feels good, man? Yes, possibly. Silver lining for the people who 0.01x their capital with Luna. You're in the crypto market. It was more than possible to make that money back. Yeah. Everyone who's made it, kept it and walked away with it. I actually think, so I've got a really strange theory about it. And my theory is that people have this perception of making it in crypto And making it is different to everybody, right? It depends on where you live, your personal circumstances, what you're fighting for, all that kind of stuff. You know, some people are fighting to not work a 9 till 5, some people are fighting to pay medical bills, some people are fighting for, you know, their Lamborghini, completely different reasons. So what making it is, for a start, is a very different goalpost to everybody. Most people I know that have quote unquote made it, in their own definition, or made millions of dollars out of the market, have made it because they've dedicated themselves to this market, either building or trading, and they love it, right? They absolutely love it. They love the game. So why would you quit this game? This is the greatest video game that's ever been created. Now, as a gamer myself, you know, I'm completely addicted to this market. I could walk away from it tomorrow if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Why would I? This is like I don't know, shorting something that's 80% down in a day and still making money. It's beyond. You know, I've got this game that goes on forever. There is no end goal. And yeah, I think the people who are dedicated to the craft make it, and I think most of them stay addicted to the market, to be honest with you. There's a couple of people that have walked away. Glimmery Coin is a good one. You know, he was writing his name in the order books back in 2018. So he was trading with size. Your size is size, actually. And he did very well out of it all. And you barely see a tweet from him these days. You know, he's completely shut off and gone. But yeah. It really depends what you want, I guess. And yes, I have seen people who have just fucked off and gone. Just don't want a job and to play this full time. Yeah, that's fair, man. I think my advice to you, and it is advice, is you have to set yourself up for success, which means thinking about things like tax, planning things out properly, structurally, from a legal perspective, dedicating and treating it like a business, if you really want to do it like that, and you want to be a trader. If you want to be, you know, the guy who every month puts £1,000 into a random ape coin or BSC Dogecoin meme, fine, do that. You know, kind of know what you're going into and know the risks and potential rewards that are associated with that, right? Biden speak on inflation today? Yeah. Addicted to staying in crypto? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll put my hand up. I'm addicted to this, 100%. 100%. As long as you manage your addiction, it's not like affecting your real life relationships. You know, I can walk away from this, the screen, I can go see my wife, I can go out with my daughter, I can do whatever, right? I'm not addicted to it to the point where it takes over my life, but do I want to go and do something else with my time like most days? No, this is great. Addicted to losing money. Yeah, most people do just want financial freedom. It's completely reasonable, right? So many people have been granted financial freedom as a result of crypto. I have no clue about any of that shit. Had a bit of spare cash, so I put it in crypto. That shit crashing out, stitch up. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a lot of people's story, right? And, you know, I was here in 2017, and I remember thinking that that this was going to be that was going to be it. You know, every day, it's 19, what am I doing? Let's go 3 day. Yeah, I remember thinking that that's it, up only. Right? Super cycle. Bitcoin's going to infinity. I'd be happy with a job in crypto and trading rarely on the side. I mean, honestly, there are so many opportunities in crypto to work in it. The obvious risk is that projects don't manage their treasuries well. You get paid in things like tokens, and tokens depreciate or are vested quite heavily. But you certainly can. There are opportunities. And obviously bull markets have more opportunities than bear markets. So, you know, the incentive to build declines as market cap and potential returns decline on a short-term basis. So if you can't stomach a few months of pain, then you're unlikely to be building in a bear market. You're scared of altcoins? I mean, you kind of should be scared of altcoins. Altcoins have a great opportunity, but they're also very, very risky, as we've just seen and talked about for basically an hour on Luna. donating money to top crypto exchanges, rich people and professional traders every day. Yeah, I mean, SBF has done wonders, philanthropic wonders for the world on my fees and my losses. Luna is now below $1. Oh my lord. Wow. So glad you made it. That is... I mean, this is Luna Perp, obviously, but oh. Yeah, telling me Porkies, this is the Perp boys. Ugh. Sorry, the stream's been literally focused on the live death of Luna. I don't see how I can really justify talking about anything else when this is literally the most in-play coin and the craziest narrative that there's been in a while in this market, right? So I probably next time I will have a few more plans laid out and a little bit more diversity in the discussion. Wifey calling 20k Bitcoin. I think it may go lower. Yeah. I don't disagree with that. Oh, good lord. Right. I think this might be a nice time for me to close the stream. Thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Please don't go and try and 100x long the bottom of Luna. And if you really want to do that, at least do use my ref link or something. But yeah, genuinely, I wish you all the best in your trading. And yeah, keep it safe. 50x only. You mean I should cancel my 100x order? Yeah. Good day, brother. Finish the song. Do you know what? That actually does my head in when people don't finish the song. But I am going to have to run. So I will send you the playlist afterwards, Bazam, for your delight and delectation. Thank you all for being here, and see you again soon. Toodle pip.